Joining me today is Chris Arnol, Assistant Chief Operations, Country Fire and Emergency Services Authority of Western Australia. He'll be speaking at IIR's Mining the Pilbara conference on the 18th to 19th of July 2011 in Port Hedland. Chris, thanks very much for joining me today.
No worries, James.
What role do you play in assisting resources companies prepare for cyclones and other adverse weather emergencies?
FISA assists the wider community, including the resources sector, to prepare for cyclone, storm, flood through various mechanisms. Each year in October, the Bureau of Meteorology undertakes a cyclone tour with FISA, and they talk about the seasonal outlook, preparedness information through community meetings and briefings with local emergency management committees. They're available to attend sites, to deliver awareness programs if that needs to happen. There's also a range of literature that we can provide industry and help communities to prepare activities, and our regional staff are always available to assist industry in developing their emergency arrangements, and we strongly encourage the resources sector to take advantage of that availability.
What measures, planning and contingency do resources companies need to ensure the safety of their employees and site?
Cyclones are associated with severe weather, but that's not unexpected or unusual in the north of the state. And as such, the maintenance of robust mitigation, preparedness, response and recovery arrangements are a core component of doing business in the Pilbara, I guess. Resource companies need to develop a sound understanding of the risk to their operations and site-specific vulnerabilities, and I'll probably emphasise this in my discussion at the conference. They need to give consideration to destructive winds, storm tides, flooding, the types of things that we can expect with these events. Time taken to prepare is vital for the safety of personnel. Where personnel shelter, particularly when we're looking at that resource of personnel, when they need to start moving to a location or where their location would be. So if the plans to have people shelter in place, we need to make sure that the structures are suitably designed, constructed, maintained and equipped. And there needs to be a clear plan whether they're going to evacuate from the site and where they'll go, or whether they are going to stay and shelter in place, essentially, whatever it be, whether you're going to have a central facility or whether you're going to have their normal accommodation cyclone-proofed, if you like. But northern communities generally don't have the capacity to just take on additional people. So the companies themselves, it's really important that they're able to look at that and make sure that they have options for employees at the site.
Is the Pilbara well prepared for such emergencies, or do you think more work needs to be done?
Well, cyclones are an annual event in the Pilbara, and the level of preparedness we think is generally good. Nevertheless, there's a risk of complacency, that sort of culture where you hear of cyclone parties. They're extremely worrying, that type of thing. But generally, well prepared is our view, but don't let your guard down, I guess.
You're speaking at IIR's Mining the Pilbara conference on the 18th to 19th of July in Port Hedland. What will you be discussing in your presentation, and what would you like delegates to gain from watching it?
I'll be discussing the need for the industry to have a sound understanding of their risks and vulnerabilities, and to develop a range of strategies to mitigate and manage those risks. I'll also discuss the importance of consulting with FISA and other stakeholders during the development of plans, and to regularly test and evaluate those plans, and particularly the need for senior management to take a keen and visible interest in their preparedness activities as part of their core business type thing.
Chris Arnol, many thanks for your time today.
No worries. Thanks, James.